thing I need is have a star cast and a everyday class. So he actually humanized him in his way, getting the most out of him on making him never feel comfortable. You can do better. You know, I'm going to keep pushing you. If you make a mistake, I'm going to call you out in the middle of the tape room in front of the offensive linemen and your wide receivers. And what happens is people say, man, he treats you exactly like he does me. And that was his philosophy that worked for 20 years. And don't diminish Bob Kraft's role in this, because he was the one keeping these guys apart, letting them work together, making each other get better. And ultimately, fundamentally, I think there's mutual respect. My sense is within 10 years, they'll be best friends.
Okay. Super Bowl 57 as the February the 12th, 6:30 p.m. Can't you do something, Brian, about getting the time earlier in the day? Because a lot of people, I can't stay up till 11 or 12 o'clock at night to watch this.
I'm going to do it better. Make the game Saturday, or give America off Monday, and we'll give back a holiday. You know, we'll figure out something to give back.
Nice try.
Right,
nice
and
try.
just give us off Monday, because it has become a national day of celebration, even if you're not a football fan.
Okay, well, we wish you the best at Super Bowl 57. We'll see you later on the show coming up.
All right, listen, I told you to stay by, and you did. Linda, you're in St. Louis. Hey, Linda.
Hi. I have a question. So if one balloon is deemed non-threatening and it's a risk to the civilians on the ground, what if China sends 25, 50, 100 balloons at the same time across America? Then it's really going to be dangerous for the civilians on the ground. Are we just going to stand by and at what point do you stop balloons?
Linda, I think the next one that gets blown up, no doubt about it. I think there's so many more questions and answers, but our next opportunity could be in a couple of days. There's another balloon coming our way. And by the way, if you're another country, you're Canada, why is Canada not taking out a balloon? This is what would China do? If we had an American balloon floating over China, what do you think they would do? 2 seconds blown up. 2 seconds. Instead, we wait 6 days. Actually, January 21st is when we detect it launching from China, and then it comes by 24th in Alaska, then it goes down the Canadian coast into Montana. That's never going to happen again. But you're right, they're testing all types of different things to get inside our society, and we got to start rallying against it. We have a rallying cry, we have a common enemy that could bring the country together. That is the goal. Hey, don't forget, watch One Nation, even though it's only Tuesday, coming up Saturdays at 8 o'clock. And I'll be at the Super Bowl starting this Friday. Don't move.
The simplest healthy habit to start this new year is one for your dog. Every day, more dog people and more vets are quitting the kibble, kicking the cans, and feeding their dogs dog food that's actually, well, food. The Farmer's Dog Food is developed with vets, made fresh from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog and delivered right to your door. Get 50% off your first box of smarter, healthier pet food at thefarmersdog.com/fresh start. That's thefarmersdog.com/fresh start.
Hi, Larry Elder here. I never really thought much about how aches and pains can reduce a person's quality of life until pain started keeping me from living my best life. Just a few years ago, using the stairs was difficult because of the back pain. Then I found Relief Factor, a 100% drug-free solution for aches and pains. Within a week, I was on my way back to being pain-free. Now I have my life back. I take Relief Factor every single day. Relief Factor can help that causes joint and muscle pain and the other aches and pains that come with everyday life. Treat yourself to feeling better. Move more, live more, and just enjoy your life more with Relief Factor. Join me and more than 500,000 others. Get started today with your 3-week quick start for only $19.95. About 70% go on to order more because it worked for them. Go to ReliefFactor.com to order now. That's ReliefFactor.com. Feel the difference with Relief Factor. ReliefFactor.com.
The following is an attorney advertisement. If you get sidelined by a workplace injury, the workers' compensation attorneys at Boxer & Gerson can help get you back in the game. Our team of skilled attorneys will fight by your side for the treatment and compensation you deserve. We care about justice for injured workers. That's what makes us Northern California's premier workers' comp law firm. Call Boxer & Gerson at 510-323-41 or visit BoxerLaw.com for a free consultation. Boxer and Gerson, your life's worth the fight. The grand opening celebration of the new Circle K on Lombard Road in American Canyon is going on now, and Circle K days are happening every day to celebrate, with special fuel price drops for a limited time. $5 Pizza Fridays and 12-pack imports are just $18.99. And sign up for the Sip and Save. One drink a day, every day, for 30 days for just $5.99 a month. So come all month long to the new Circle K on Lombard Road in American Canyon.
The very latest headlines, along with in-depth analysis and conversation, depend on Fox News Radio and FoxNewsPodcasts.com.
House Republicans concerned about our national security. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
State of our border is in crisis.
Congressman James Comer chairing an oversight committee hearing, not just concerned about a record surge of migrants coming to the U.S. illegally, but drugs too.
Last year we seized about 700 pounds of fentanyl. To give you an idea, based on the lethality of a dose of fentanyl, that's enough to kill everyone in Arizona 21 times, or basically half the population of the United States.
And Chief Border Patrol Agent John Modlin says those drug seizures were just in his Tucson sector. The House also holding 2 hearings on threats from China. A balloon shot down Saturday off the South Carolina coast where Navy divers keep recovering pieces. Republicans are critical it was allowed to crisscross America, going over military sites. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik tells
this administration and Joe Biden had no intention of telling the American people until an everyday American pointed it out. He abysmally failed to address this, and that is sending a signal of weakness to communist China.
Now, President Biden's expected to tell us in his State of the Union address tonight he's reasserting American leadership around the world. His advisor Mitch Landrieu tells Fox
he understands that America is in a very difficult spot. We've come out of hell for the last 6 years in this country, and his steady leadership and his economic plan is actually working.
Republican Senator Tim Scott counters.
He's going to give us a song and dance show to tell the American people things are better than what we think they are.
We now take you to an earthquake disaster zone.
Over 5,000 now believed dead, tens of thousands injured, many more missing.
That's in Syria and Turkey, where thousands of buildings collapsed. Fox's Greg Palcott and Marshny are a crew searching the rubble,
trying to find anybody still alive in that crushed apartment building. Absolutely pancaked. They have found some alive. They rescued them today. People watching, waiting. They're wondering. They have loved ones in there.
America's listening to Fox News.
The other day, I bought a cockatoo. He's a handful, but I'll manage, just like I manage without home internet. Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable, but I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
It's mating season.
No home internet? It's not that bad.
Don't settle. Get Xfinity Home Internet for just $19.99 a month for 1 year with a free box. Call, click, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Offer ends 2/21/23.
It's Chris, Jack, and Audrey Dolan of the Dolan Law Firm.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Dad. What makes you think that you can say you're the best personal injury law firm?
Well, Audrey, the Dolan Law Firm has been designated as the best personal injury law firm in San Francisco by the Examiner and the Weekly, among law firms in the nation by U.S. News and World Report, and I was chosen as one of the top personal injury lawyers in all of California by the Daily Journal. I can say confidently, the Dolan Law Firm, we're the best lawyers we hope you'll never need. DolanLawFirm.com.
A second city is mourning a police officer a second day in a row. First it was McKeesport, Pennsylvania, where a second officer was also wounded by a gunman now in custody and is recovering at home. Next, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
An emotional Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman says officers tried to arrest a 19-year-old man late Monday in the city's south side who was wanted in connection with a robbery, saying that suspects pulled out a pistol and shot a 37-year-old police officer, killing him.
One of our finest. Put on that uniform. Put on that badge. Went into work last night. Paid the ultimate sacrifice for protecting our community.
Norman demanding that violence in Milwaukee needs to stop.
That's Fox's Jeff Manasso. Now tonight, Tyree Nichols' mother and stepfather will attend President Biden's State of the Union address. He may renew the call for federal policing reform. Nichols died following a Memphis police traffic stop beating last month. 5 now are charged with murder. In New York City, a civilian review board has studied allegations police mistreated protesters in the 2020 unrest over George Floyd.
Officers were found to have used batons and pepper spray on peaceful protesters in 140 of allegations of officers refusing to identify themselves, concealing their badges, and making false or misleading statements. About 43% of the misconduct complaints were closed after officers couldn't be identified. The board recommended punishment for dozens of officers for excessive use of force and other misconduct. The NYPD objected to the findings, saying less than 15% of the allegations are substantiated. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks are mixed. The Dow's down 160 points. The NASDAQ is up 1. And somebody in Washington State is very rich. The only winning Powerball ticket was sold there, worth $754 million. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
The simplest healthy habit to start this new year is one for your dog. Every day, more dog people and more vets are quitting the kibble, kicking the cans, and feeding their dogs dog food that's actually, well, food. The Farmer's Dog Food is developed with vets, made fresh from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog and delivered right to your door. Get 50% off your first box of smarter, healthier pet food at thefarmersdog.com/fresh start. That's thefarmersdog.com/fresh start.
No H2O is the leading waterless mobile auto detailer in the Bay Area, offering a full range of detailing services. No H2O comes to your home, business, or wherever is most convenient for you and gives your car a great wash with no water. H2O Auto Detailing is ultra convenient and gets great scratch. And remember, no water is used. Call Brian today at 925-238-8182, 925-238-8182, or visit them at noh2owalnutcreek.com.
From high atop Fox News headquarters in New York City, always seeking solutions, never sowing division. It's Brian Kilmeade.
I'm not sowing division intentionally. I do give my opinion, and that sometimes does divide people. We'll come to you from 48th to 6 in Midtown Manhattan, heard around the country, around the world. This hour, going to be joined by Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. She has emerged as a real leader on the right, big time. House Armed Services Committee chairperson, House Intelligence Committee 2, and House Republican Conference chair. So she's third in charge, third most powerful. So it'll be great to talk to her. Also a major power player in New York, where, on a side note, the governor just asked the city for $500 million, and the city goes, nope, we're out of money, thanks. So New York taxes you to death. They just tell the millionaires you can leave if you want to, and then where the revenue is gone. They also don't have people feeling safe enough to ride the MTA, the subways or buses, and they wonder why the revenue's down. It's safe. You cut back the cops, and guess what? You're 3,000 short minimum, and a lot of people say, you're taxing me to death. I worked hard to keep my money. I don't want to give away $6 out of every $10 I make. I'm going to go somewhere else, and they did. So let's get to the big three.
Now with the stories you need to know, it's Brian's Big Three.
Number 3.
We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick B.
Then they say Lincoln freed the slaves.
What slaves were men?
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private prisons. Become slaves again.
That is some of the rhetoric that we hear coming from Disney. They are weak. Woke with a cartoon version of the 1619 Project, and weak when it comes to China. Slave labor being taken out of their dialogue, and Tiananmen Square reference being taken out of The Simpsons. This company's going up in flames.
Number 2.
What he needs to do is tell a story. Joe Biden is an amazing storyteller. I mean, you sit in the Oval Office and you can storytell for 6 hours. He needs to do that. The other piece that's super important for him to do tonight is to draw a contrast. It's not a political speech, but he needs to draw a contrast, and I expect he will, between his agenda, give him more time, I'm still working on it, guys, and the chaos people see on the other side.
Yes, Joe can tell a story, most of which are not true and never happened. State of the Union address tonight. What do you want to hear? Is anyone really listening? Is it time for the Joe to basically say, I'm running for re-election? The question, will it be with Kamala? Are the Dems stuck with the ticket?
Number 1.
You've known about the balloon program for some time. Has it always been your view to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon, or was it only because it became public?
Oh no, it was always my position.
Really? Balloon stories blowing up as the administration's facing off with the press that's not going along. How tough he is that he blew it up over the ocean after it went 4,000 miles. Democrats might not want to be photographed or with video standing up cheering that, but they won't have a choice. The White House spokesperson said this: President Biden will show the American people his plan to build an unprecedented deficit reduction his leadership has already delivered by having the Americans pay their fair share. By the way, the corporate tax rate was finally brought down to a competitive rate.